What is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this episode of the iPhone 4S versus the iPhone 5S iOS 9.2.1 13D15 software review. Basically, you just want to see which one is quicker. Of course, we know the 5S is quicker, but a lot of you may be having a 4S and want to go to the 5S on the used market, or maybe you just want to see this review for fun. So basically, let's start this off by booting these babies up at the same time. So we're gonna boot these babies up in 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, Apple logos, there they are. And to prove that this is an iPhone 4S, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that it has Siri, and we know this is a 5S by the fingerprint scanner. So what we're going to see here is that the iPhone 5S boots up relatively quicker, like a lot quicker than the iPhone 4S. But boot up speed has never really been such a big deal in my opinion, because we rarely ever boot our phones off. They're always on, we throw them on charge. What's more important is how the device performs in opening apps and things like that. So let's go into settings over here on the iPhone 5S to show you that we are on 9.2.1 13D15 like said earlier. So you can see that the iPhone 4S is about 20 seconds behind on the boot up. But let's wait on it and let it go ahead and boot up real quick. What we're going to do is just put these side by side in app tests, basically showing you the performance of each of the phones. Now, I do want to mention that iOS 9.2.1 on the iPhone 4S has brought some improvements to speed, and I've actually noticed them, and the phone is actually usable. It's not bad, actually. It is slow, but I mean, if you're not the person who's not really like into tech like that, this phone is still usable even here 5 years later since its release. 9.2.1 13D15. So you can see that they are both on the same exact software right there. So let's go back out and let's start this speed test. Siri to show you this is iPhone 4S. And let's come back and let's see which one, how they unlock, you know. So let's do that in 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, very similar from the time you hit the power button to show content. So very similar there. iPhone 5S comes in a little bit quicker, as you can see one more time. And let's go into calendar. Let's come back out. That was quicker on the 5S. Let's go into weather. Same Wi-Fi network. 5S. Let's come back out. Let's go into settings. Let's come back out. Let's go into calculator. Let's come back out. And you can see that the 5S is winning each round, of course, but not by much. Like, it's not so much that you cannot use an iPhone 4S, but it is enough to warrant an upgrade, I would say, even here in 2016. Let's come back out. Let's go into Google. As you can see, the iPhone 5S is kind of smoking it on that one. And we're already ready to do a Google search here. And then there is the 4S. But it's still usable, which is the mantra of this comparison. And you can see Compass is quicker on the 5S. So, of course, everything is quicker on the 5S. But just to show you that the iPhone 4S is pretty decent still. Let's go into the iTunes store. And there is the 5S's content ready to go. And the 4S should be slightly behind here. And there it is. So I don't think we need to do any more of these app switching tests. What about the camera? So let's open up camera and take a couple pictures on the 4S. So the 4S does take quite a bit of time on the camera. But as you can see, pictures are still pretty decent. You see them firing open right there. Let's go into the 5S, and this is where I love the 5S. It shines in the camera department, so it can just take mad pictures mad quick. So that's pretty good there. So what about the multitasking switch speeds? And this is what I noticed I like about the 4S. It's pretty quick on this this multitasking switcher. And this used to be a laggy thing on a lot of these recent updates for the iPhone 4S. So I'm kind of digging that. As you can see, it's quicker on the 5S, but it's not bad on the 4S. This is pretty nice to see on your iPhone 4S. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much a performance speed test of the iPhone 4S versus the iPhone 5S. As you can see, the iPhone 5S takes it to school on each one. But the iPhone 4S is still a decent phone, even here in 2016. I wouldn't recommend buying one now, but if you have one laying around the drawer and you want to give it off to somebody that you don't want to buy a phone for, maybe your niece, maybe your nephew, maybe your daughter, maybe your son, maybe your whoever, you know, you just want to hand it off to somebody, it's not too bad, you know, it'll work for a little while. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace. you.